What up, S.I.B.R family? This college football season keeps chugging along. Moving a little too fast in my opinion. Slow down. I'm not ready for the offseason already. We're flying through this year. We are winning games. We are getting picks correct. And I'm back with another batch for week 5. Let's get right to it. Penn State taking on Northwestern. No time wasted. Penn State is better. Go with Penn State. USC traveling to Colorado to take on the hype train themselves. Look, after the massive blowout loss to Oregon last week, the entire country and sports world is wondering, how is Colorado going to bounce back? All I need to see, or all I'm interested in seeing from Colorado, is how they compete. On paper, on the field, they do not match up well versus USC. USC's defense can be had, but that defensive line is getting a lot more pressure this year than they have in recent years, and that's going to give Colorado some trouble, who seems to not be able to protect Shedeur Sanders at all. For that reason, this game can get out of hand very fast, just like last week. But are they going to compete or roll over like they did versus Oregon? That's what I'm interested to see. With a 21.5 point spread in favor of USC going into the game, I think it's pretty clear that we all expect Colorado to lose. How badly do they lose? I honestly think it's worse than last week versus Oregon. I think this game is potentially 42-6 at the half. USC rolls in from start to finish, dominates Colorado. Go with USC. Florida taking on Kentucky. Here's all you have to know. Kentucky's undefeated and yet they are unranked. Go with Florida. Georgia taking on Auburn. Until Georgia plays anybody who I feel like is even semi a threat, do we even need to go through this? Take Georgia. Michigan taking on a pesky Nebraska team. Michigan. Texas taking on Kansas. Look, my heart, mind, body, and soul wants to pick Kansas. I'm not going to do it, though. I'm going to make the smart decision and go with Texas. But the truth is I wouldn't be surprised if Kansas wins. Kansas is going to make this a tough game. Texas is going to have to prove that they're not going to play down to the level of competition, but they're going to exceed their own standard, and they're going to come out here and dominate. I'm going to take Texas, but in a very close game. Missouri, Vanderbilt. Go with Missouri. LSU taking on Ole Miss. LSU had to squeak by last week versus Arkansas, and Ole Miss got beat by Alabama, who they thought they were going to win against. Who wins this game? It's pretty clear to me. I'm going with LSU. Oregon coming off that dominating win versus Colorado, and they're getting a lot of love this week for being great. They are going to take on Stanford. They're going to do much of the same to Stanford. I like Oregon this week as well. Oklahoma, Iowa State. Iowa State is always tough. They always play hard, but they do not have the guys to compete with Oklahoma. Take Oklahoma. Notre Dame bouncing back from the Ohio State loss in devastating fashion is going on to take Duke. Duke is a very tough team. Duke is pesky, competitive, and they got some guys in the building. I like Notre Dame to bounce back in a big way and take out all of their frustration and anger on Duke. Tennessee, South Carolina. I'm going with Tennessee. Alabama, Mississippi State. Waste no time. Just go with Alabama. Washington taking on Arizona. This, for me, my friends, was a tough call to make. Washington is getting so much love in the national media. Michael Penix Jr. is getting so much love as a leading Heisman candidate. This is a spot where I think Arizona might come in and give them some trouble. Just when you think they are above the clouds and they are above everyone and they are an elite team, Washington may get brought back down to reality. I'm going to take Washington, but in a very tough, close, odd kind of a game versus Arizona. Fresno State taking on Nevada. Nevada's pretty bad. Go with Fresno State. Those are my picks, guys. Listen, go out there, put your money down, get your money up. I'll catch you guys next week.